Senator Rosen, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to remind the witnesses here today that the Constitution stands. The Constitution overrides regulatory bodies. The First Amendment is what we base our communications on. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights stands above all. I'm going to build a little bit upon what Senator Peters talked about and others did too, because I am worried about a threatening environment for our media. And so I will say, following Jimmy Kimmel's monologue on September 16th, Chairman Carr, you publicly said this: we can do it the easy way or the hard way. Now, maybe you like movies, maybe you don't, maybe you've never seen The Godfather, but we all have. So I'm going to just ask an additional question, and I want you to clarify yes or no, please, because my time is limited here. Was this an implicit threat to ABC and its affiliates to take Jimmy Kimmel off the air, or ABC and its affiliates face consequences, such as losing broadcasting license or having proposed mergers blocked? Is this how government works now? The threat of losing your license? Yes or no, please, because I have more questions.
Senator, thank you for the question. I was very clear. There was no threat in there to revoke a license.
Yes or no, please. Was it a threat to revoke the license? Was it an implied threat to invoke?
There was no threat to revoke a license there. What I'd been talking about was the FCC's news distortion policy.
I'll take that as a no, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to move on to another question about edited interviews. Earlier this year, you reinstated a closed FCC inquiry into CBS News for alleged edits of an interview with Kamala Harris that Donald Trump claimed was done to help her. Many interviews are edited to fit in a time frame of the news program. This is nothing new. CBS News ended up paying Donald Trump millions in a settlement over its dispute. Earlier this year, it came to light that Fox News also edited an interview that Donald Trump did last year in the middle of a presidential campaign, in which he was asked if he would release the Epstein files. The edited interview ends after Trump says, yes, I would. But the unedited version shows Trump hedging his support for releasing the files. So, Chairman Carr, yes or no, please, given that this edit by Fox News was clearly meant to make Donald Trump look good right in the middle of a presidential campaign, will you commit to opening an investigation into Fox News for its deceptive editing of this clip? Again, yes or no, please, because I have questions for the other witnesses.
No.
No. So, you're an elected bureaucrat. You're deciding that some investigations should go on and others shouldn't. And are you basing this solely on the target, or are you basing this, what are you basing this on? Can you answer that question? This was clearly edited. Why is one edit fine and one edit not in the middle of a presidential campaign?
Senator, it's based on the law. The Fox News interview was on cable. There's no public interest standard. There's no broadcast hoax rule. There's no news distortion. There's no role for the FCC there.
Well, I think there is a rule for fairness, and the American public understand what's fair and just. And that
you think there's a broad fairness rule that we should apply at the FCC to cable companies?
I'm going to go on to merger threats then, Chairman Carr. Is there a law that directs the FCC to consider editorial conduct when reviewing mergers? Yes or no? Because I have a follow-up question there.
The FCC's job under the Communications Act for reviewing mergers is to make sure that they're in the public interest, and that's the standard that we apply.
And so can you clarify for us the lens through which you review public interest? Is there a set of principles? Is there a set of something that is applied the same equally and to every single a merger that you look at? Are you using the same template? Because if you're not, then I have concerns with that. So can you share with us how you consider editorial conduct when you're looking to approve the mergers that, well, maybe they'll get them, maybe they won't, based on what, your personal opinion?
Well, again, the standard is the public interest standard, and the FCC's decisional document approving mergers walks through all of the standards. It applies them, and it's right there in black and white for everyone to do, and we apply normal precedent. So, for instance, we have accepted commitments on...
So if Congress passed a law, so if we passed a law based on this, directing the FCC to consider editorial conduct in a merger review, would that law violate the First Amendment and be considered unconstitutional?
In all likelihood, yes, the law would violate the First Amendment because the First Amendment protects against government interference with editorial decisions.
Do you think that Nexstar made decisions regarding its editorial comment because it was concerned that the FCC might not approve its merger with Tegna, if it aired content that the Trump administration opposed?
I think that it was trying to curry favor with the administration by preempting Jimmy Kimmel when it did.
Do you think the FCC used merger approval? They use merger approval as a lever to exert pressure on media corporations to threaten free speech in our democracy?
Without a doubt, the FCC is leveraging its authority over mergers and enforcement proceedings in order to influence content.
Thank you.
Well, if I could just add real quick to that answer.
For a witness here, sir, we ask the questions. Thank you. My time is up. I think it's on to Senator Hickenlooper.
Thank you. Senator